Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Yvette Best from Best Services Unlimited, and today we're going to talk about life, finances, and taxes. I'm going to invite a couple of people in to visit, and if you're here, I got one polling question I want some people to ask to find out what we're doing. Most people I know are entrepreneurs, but I do have some that are what I call dualpreneurs. They actually have a job as well as a business. So answer my poll and let me know if you're getting a W-2. So how's everybody doing today? I know I'm being awfully quiet, but I want you to come into the room, say hello, let me know what the city and the state that you're coming from. As you know, I'm here in Fayetteville, Georgia. Most of the people I know that's on my timeline, all of y'all are mostly from up north. A lot of y'all from Atlanta. So it's pretty cold down here. I didn't move down here for all this cold, but it's okay. So let's see how this is going to go. So I see that most of the people who have took the survey, 67% of you have a W-2 job. And let's talk about that. So as you know, we got the new tax laws in effect, and basically being an employee, you're going to lose. The reason being is because the way that the tax laws are set up is not built for a W-2 employee to win without having a business in place. Now, at one time, you know, businesses always had probably over 475 deductions that they can take. And employees had about 7 to 9, but about now is down to about 5 to 7 because they have taken away most lucrative things like unreimbursed employee expenses, business mileage. So most people are not going to be itemizing as they used to. So with that being said, if you move and open up a home-based business or a side business, side hustle, whatever word you want to use. Me personally, I like side jobs with businesses. You open up a business and then you're able to take part in writing off your mileage again, writing off your vehicle again, using your home if your home base is a business, if your home-based business. Also, allowing you to be able to employ your spouse, your children, and that deduction is $12,000 a year. So you times that by 2 or 3 kids, hey, you could be looking at $36,000 right off of your income by employing children. I like to use the ages 7 to 17 in your business if you have a job. And then it's just a way of connecting things that you have already going to pay for with cash, with your money, and make it attached to a business activity. So that's basically what you're trying to do. You're basically taking stuff that you're already going to be doing, like paying light, gas, water, cable, cell phone, and then put a business in place to make a portion of those expenses part of your business expenses and being able to deduct them on your taxes. So that's just the reason why W-2 employees should really be trying to take and put into their repertoire of getting a home-based business in place or some type of business, because right about now employees only have about 5 to 7 deductions that they're going to be able to take on their taxes. Most of them revolves around credit, so you would want to put a business in place. So now I wanted to give out another poll question about improving your credit. Now, most people know credit is power. Some people are against it. Some people like cash. But if you don't have cash for everything, you got to first have your taxes in place, having your W-2, the business and everything rolling, and having your taxes in compliance. So that way you can use your credit to take and do the things that you can't do if you didn't have a boatload of cash. So it's just me. I always tell everybody there is no rule that says you have to file taxes, but there is a law when you don't file your taxes. But if you want to take and get a house, you're going to need W-2s and you're going to need your tax returns. So it's good for you to stay tax compliant and making sure that you have all your documentation. Most people are trying to improve their credit score because they want to buy a house. That's the biggest expense that most people want to do. Some people are just wanting to improve their credit just to have good credit because it's just good to have. When you have credit score over 100, 750, you're going to be able to buy everything that you want at a lower percentage, well, interest rate. And that's important. You don't want to have to pay too much more interest because, first of all, basically interest is the price that you pay to get something that you want now that you basically could not afford. So if you're going to do that, you want to make sure that you're paying the interest rate as low as possible. Because remember, interest is the price that we pay to have something now that we really could not afford now because we didn't have the cash. So now that I was talked about those two things, let's really talk about taxes. Now, it's about to be January. When January comes, everyone will say they know how to do taxes. Now, I do not have any problems with people preparing taxes. I just have a problem with people preparing taxes that they do not know how to properly prepare. Now, everyone knows Best Services Unlimited. I've been preparing taxes since 1989. I don't have a problem with saying I've been preparing them since 1989. And I love taxes. I love taxes, but more than that, I love keeping small businesses IRS and state compliant. I have clients, 32 states and abroad, and I just take pride in keeping them on the right foot. So things I want to tell you that I personally believe that any tax professional should have if they're going into this tax season and they want to be doing the best job that they can be doing for their clients. First of all, you should have CE credit. Whether you get it from the IRS or from whatever, it should look something like this. If they went to the IRS form, you just put that there, or tell them what form they went to, and it should have the current year 2018 continuing education. So that way you know that they're studying. Like if you get close, most of all my classes are about S Corps because I have a lot of S Corp clients. So most of my stuff is about S Corps. So, and also just the representation of the return is important. So my thing is you want to have great representation. So the representation part is part of being part of the annual filing season program. So as you know, Best Services Unlimited is part of the annual filing season program. I have completed it already earlier this year, like in the summertime. And the purpose of being part of the IRS annual filing season program is if there is a problem with a return that I prepared or anyone on my team prepares, we would be able to represent you. And representation is important because not to say that you're going to get an audit, but in the event that you do, you don't want to have to be calling the IRS, taking time off, doing any of that. This is why we are part of the annual filing season program, so we can represent you. So you could go forth and keep running your business, going to work, and we're taking care of stuff in the back end and just getting back in touch with you. So then there was some questions about, I saw, some inboxes that some people questioned about what type of credentials I actually have. So I just wanted to go on record to say, this is a copy of my bachelor's degree. I do hold a bachelor's in business administration with a concentration in accounting. I got it in 2015 from Belhaven University in Atlanta. And I graduated first in my class. I'm proud about that. GPA 3.97. So just to put the stuff out there so you will know. So I like to show, I don't just like to tell when it comes to especially taxes in my business. I want to first just give a shout out to my team. It's going to be a great year next year. We got about 7 locations now with virtual preparers. We're covering the DMV area. We're covering the Tri-Cities area in Virginia. We have about 3 locations in Florida. We got 2 more locations in North Atlanta. So we're going to have a lot of options. So everybody who needs to see somebody face to face, they will be able to do so without having to feel that they have to come all the way to Fayetteville, because sometimes people are like, wow, Fayetteville is way far to come. And we do everything remotely too. So I have clients that's in Alpharetta. They don't even come to this office. They just get on Zoom with me or video conference, or they send their stuff through our secure portal, and I go back and forth with them and take care of their tax needs. I just wanted, now this was one thing I did say, I wanted to ask a question about. Did you know that you can hire your child and get back $12,000? Now that's big. I want to talk about that because that's big. You got to have a business in place. You can't get that type of tax deduction without having a business in place. But please know there are rules to this $12,000 deduction. You can't just say, I hired my child and I put them in business and I'm taking a deduction. You can't do that. You have to have them on payroll. You have to have a separate account where this money is going into. Not to say that the parent can't have access to the account, but you have to be able to actually have a W-2 form that's paid to that child. But you want to do it $12,000 or less, so that way you won't be subject to payroll taxes, neither will the child, and they won't incur any type of tax penalty. Isn't that great? Great to be a business owner. So I told people I had the home business opportunity available, and it was only $27.95 to start. Now you would think if I had two or more kids, if I had one kid and I could save $12,000 a year, and $27.95 was worth me to pay to get started, I would do it, right? But people are like, oh, I don't know, I'm scared. I get making life like this. $27.95 was going to change their whole life. It's not. I promise you. I've been in this company for 2.5 years. My Iconz, the personal success finance company, and it is great. One, I was able to go in, fix my credit myself because they have a do-it-yourself credit repair program. Use it yourself. Don't have to pay anybody. I tell anybody, if you can download videos on YouTube and you can download forms off the internet, you can fix your own credit. So they have a do-it-yourself credit repair program. Even if you decide, say, hey, I don't want to be part of the business, but I need to repair my credit. You go to greatcreditahead.com and you can purchase it as a standalone option, and it's only $99.95. And you get it, and you can fix your credit, your kids' credit, your aunt credit, your cousin credit, because it's a standalone product, and you get all of the 609 letters and everything that you need to function as a person that's repairing credit. Then we have the cashback mall. Kind of like, just like Ebates, you get referrals, somebody, but the best thing about the cashback mall is if other people sign up and they purchase things from your cashback mall, you are paid from that. You're paid from anywhere up from 0 to 30% for purchases that you make in the cashback mall, which I think is a win-win. So you have a cashback mall, I buy stuff online, it's holiday time, I'm gonna get money back. Perfect. Then you have the cash flow manager, which tracks all your, you have an app now. Got an app. Can't say I don't have my receipts because you're taking pictures with the app. You can't tell me that you can't track your mileage because the app has mileage in it. So these are things that you would use as a business owner just starting out. You'll be able to take care of all your stuff, and it comes with your membership. And last but not least, but my favorite of all, is the travel. They have a travel component where you can go on and book your travel through our portal with your membership, and then you get paid for travel. So you don't have to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 businesses, because all of this is encapsulated in one business. You got travel, you got online shopping rebates, you got travel rebates, you got the cash flow manager to track your business expenses, and the best thing of all, you got a home-based business that you can write off children for $12,000 a year. Now, the single people, because single people are going to be like, well, wait a minute, I'm single, I don't have any kids, so what is that going to do for me? You just want to have a business in place. You have a business in place, you're able to lower your tax liability. And as a single person, you know that's the loneliest number when it comes to tax time. And since the standard deduction is $12,000, 9 out of 10, you're not going to be itemizing, even if you own a home, unless you own a home, probably in the, what I call the north part of the Mason-Dixon line, because that's where property taxes are high. If you're in the south of the Mason-Dixon line, property taxes is not that high, and 9 out of 10, between the property taxes, the mortgage interest, you're not going to go above that $12,000 standard deduction. Then, like me, I'm in a business. So most people are like, well, if I'm already a business owner, I could already do all of those things. I don't need my econ. You're wrong. Now, if you have a brick and mortar like I do, I don't represent my econ here in my brick and mortar. This is a tax office. We do accounting, bookkeeping, insurance, notary. We don't do anything about finances here. We might talk about it, but anything that I do with my econ is done at my home. That's my home-based business. So it doesn't take anything away, and it helps lower my personal income because I'm doing a Schedule C for my econ. My business is an S Corp. So it doesn't take away from my income when it comes to my tax business. And as you know, most people are filing Schedule Cs and they have a job. And then you think about it. I have a job. I'm making $100,000 a year. Then I have a business, and this business takes a $20,000 loss. I just lowered my buying power if I wanted to get a house to $80,000. But if I show my losses on my business, and my business probably makes, maybe the profit was $5,000. I'm only adding that $5,000 to my personal income. And then I'm using my econ as my home-based business to lower that tax liability. So I'm showing my full $100,000 wages. And that is what you want to do. So we all talked about finances, life, and taxes today. If you are ready to change your life and get financially secure, because everybody deserves to be financially secure, and everybody deserves to be financially fit. But more than likely, you deserve not to be paying only your fair share of taxes. And that's important. And that's where I come in at, because, you know, you're only going to pay your fair share of taxes if you come to see Yvette. So with that, I want to ask, if I asked you today, if you had $27.95, would you be willing to invest it in a business that would actually improve your finances and cash flow? Because this is what my econ does. So I need for you to get in touch with me right away. I'm going to put into the comments, I'm going to put a website, and I'm going to put my phone number. I need you to call me, reach out to me, ask me any questions that you need to ask me, find out what you need to do. But the time is now, because we never know when this is going to change. I just want y'all to stop playing, get off the wall, get off the side of the sidelines, and come in, because it's only going to make your life better. I want you to be financially fit, mortgage free like Yvette, traveling all over the place and doing all the things that I do. And now I'm full time in my business. Most people knew that I had a job. I don't even have a job now. And I'm still living the same lifestyle that I was living when I had a job and had my business, because when you get residual income, you never stop at zero. You never start again at zero. So the residual checks don't never stop. So it would be best for you. Get in now. I'll train you, coach you, and then you have a tax accountant that's going to make sure all of your stuff stays in order. So with that, I say thank you for tuning in this afternoon. I want you to continue to stay bundled up and warm out here, because it's cold. I don't understand it. I didn't move to Atlanta for it to be cold, but it's okay. We'll get warm again. So with that, I'm going to leave my number and the website inside of my feed today. Reach out to me, talk to me, and let's get in and let's get busy, because 2019 needs to be your year that you're debt-free. You want to be debt-free. Debt-free is what you want to be this year. So I'll talk to y'all later, and be good. Bye.